Well, here I am at the airport after we both just had overpriced taco salads for dinner on our way to Portland, Oregon. And I just wanted to share some experiences from my life. At the age of 33, everything in my life kind of ended at once. Not all in the same day, but within a few months of each other. My marriage went to smithereens, my job ended, my parents moved to Florida, my sister and her husband moved to Colorado, and my brother moved to North Carolina. I moved to California, and it wasn't like in reaction to that. It's something that I had planned for a couple months, and I really thought I was only going to stay for about a couple of months, and then I was going to come back, and he was going to apologize, and he was going to say, I'm never going to let you go so long again. No, after a month he called and asked for a divorce, and he'd done that many times before. So I said, are you serious this time? And he said, yeah, I am. I said, good, because I want to start a new life out here. So my move to California wasn't as brave as some people said it was. It was kind of necessary because all these anchors that I'd had in my life disappeared. So what I did is I rebuilt my entire life from scratch, alone, with no safety net and no familiar faces. I had to make friends, and got involved with the church and, just all the things you do. You find the grocery store you like, you find the library, you find the shopping mall. And I remember I used to get lost like every day. This was before we had Google Maps. You had this thing called Thompson Guides, and they were like pages and pages of paper maps. And when I got to the point where I only got lost once a week, I thought that was better. And when it was once a month, I'm like, wow, I'm a local now. But anyway, we're on our way to Portland, and this trip to Portland is completely different because I don't feel like this time I'm like escaping anything. What I'm doing is exploring possibilities because we've been to Portland, I'm going to guess 4 or 5 times as tourists. But this time we're going and we're going to check out neighborhoods to see, like, would this feel like home to us? Is the neighborhood diverse, and are there, great little diner places and coffee shops and, walking possibilities? What we're looking for is like a more urban, less suburban life, and our plan is to go from 2 cars down to 1. Ernie at one point said, well, maybe we should give up, like have no cars. I'm like, whoa, not so fast. I'm not quite ready for that. So I did. I rebuilt my whole life back then. And we haven't 100% made the decision, but when we make the decision, it's coming from a place of stability. We're not escaping anything, we're not in a place of crisis. I have a life that I like, and I have a husband that I love, and so, it feels a little risky, quite honestly, especially at 68. I don't relish the moving and everything that's involved with moving. Change now isn't so much about survival, it's about choosing what the next chapter of my life could look like. So in the process, I gotta let you know that I'm doing the very best that I can. And the truth is like, we all look like grown-ups, right? The number on our driver's license says that we're a grown-up, but on the inside, we're all just like really big kids trying to figure it all out, and acting like we know what the hell we're doing. So I just want to share with you that if you're looking at making some really big decisions in your life, whether it's a new job or a relationship or a big move, know that if it's something that keeps popping up for you, like Portland has for us, like I said, we've been there 4 or 5 times, it's probably right for you, so be courageous, stick your neck out and go for it. Even in my 60s, I can make changes. I can do this, and you can too if it's something that you're passionate about. Thanks so much for listening. I think our flight is supposed to be leaving on time, so we should be boarding fairly soon. And take a moment. I'd love to hear a comment from you, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is Denise. What I wish I knew at 30. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.